Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be talking about 5 interesting facts about the Airbus A380. If you like this video, please remember to like and subscribe. Now let's get right into it. Fact 1. Aircraft commonality. Now, despite being the largest commercial airliner ever built with this distinctive double-deck fuselage, the Airbus A380 is actually very common to other Airbus jets such as the A330, A340, or even the A350. And when I say common, I mean that, for example, the fuselage, the way the aircraft handles, as well as the cockpit. The cockpit configuration across all these Airbus jet family is very similar. And the reason Airbus did this is because this significantly cuts down training time for pilots. And as an example, if a pilot is certified in the A330, they only need a few more training, a small amount of training to step up to the A380. This really helps airlines because, as you know, there's a pilot shortage, and the faster you can train pilots to be versatile in all different types of aircraft, the faster your airliner could be adapting to ever-changing conditions in the airline industry. This really gives Airbus operators an advantage so that they have a wide variety of pilots that could fly in almost all types of Airbus airplanes. So then there's no worries of a shortage of pilots or only a few number of pilots certified to fly the A380. This is tremendously useful for airlines. And let's get into the next fact. Fact 2. Aluminum composite. Airbus uses the latest advances in structures and materials to create this advanced aluminum alloy for the wing and the fuselage. These advanced composite materials also incorporate a Airbus only glare material which is a laminate incorporating layers of aluminum and glass fiber using reinforced adhesive. These new types of advanced composite materials to construct the airplane greatly helps with the reduction of weight and also provides advanced fatigue and damage resistance so that as the aircraft is being used constantly by the airlines, it will have less maintenance required because the material is stronger and more lightweight than ever before. Here is a picture of a A380 being manufactured by Airbus using the advanced composite aluminum and glass fiber material that we just talked about. However, the materials are transparent to the pilot because, again, as I mentioned, the cockpit shares a lot of commonality with the Airbus family, and the pilots don't need to worry about the differences in material structure. Fact 3. Dedicated jet bridge. This may not come as a surprise to you, but the A380 is so large that a typical airport that you may be used to support Boeing 747s, they're not actually able to support A380s. A380s require a dedicated jet bridge that's designed just for the 380 in order to match the double-deck fuselage that the A380 has. It's quite unique and rather expensive, and so really the only major airports would have this kind of dedicated jet bridge for the A380. In fact, if an A380 landed at an airport that does not have this kind of dedicated jet bridge, the passengers would not be able to disembark. Therefore, it is crucial for A380s to land at an airport that supports this type of aircraft. They cannot choose to just land at any airport of their choice, but rather they need to select from specific airports that have retrofitted their terminals with jet bridges that can accommodate the A380 fuselage. So let's get into the next fact. Fact 4. Built in 4 countries. The Airbus 380 is actually built in 4 different European countries: Spain, France, England, and Germany. Here, in this map, you can see all of the different facilities that come together to build this airplane. While it's not a surprise that Airbus is a European company and therefore European countries are involved, it is quite different that so many different countries work together to build this aircraft. The A380 is truly a multinational project, and should not be a surprise to you that the launch customers are British Airways and Air France. In fact, these 2 airlines have the most input into the development and design of this aircraft. And a funny thing is that these 2 airliners are also one of the earliest ones to stop using A380 in their service. I believe the British Airways is still using A380s, but Air France has completely stopped. One of the likely reasons why Airbus 380 is not actually practical is because it was designed for a model for an airline where they would fly 1 or 2 flights a day to this one destination, carrying a large number of passengers at a single flight. But in reality, people prefer maybe hourly departures to the same location on smaller airplanes so that they have more choice and more freedom. Fact 5. The production has stopped. I was alluding to this in the previous fact. Unfortunately, the A380 manufacturing has completely stopped. That means the last A380 has been delivered and the factory is now in more of a maintenance mode where they will continue to repair and service existing airplanes. Again, one of the reasons that this has happened is because passengers demand flexibility, freedom, and basically just more frequent flights. The A380 was designed for infrequent flights with a lot of passengers. Unfortunately, the airline industry has shifted to a position where passengers would like more choices going to the same destination at different hours of the day so that they can better accommodate their personal schedules instead of being forced to fly at a single time each day, and which is more rigid and less freedom, and thus most people want to stay away from that. Well, that is it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. See you next time.